Selendin naman samuso Borindi naman samuso.
Barhama, he's a singer, he's a songwriter, he's a cultural ambassador. He has carved out a unique space of Gambian music with his blend of Afro-Manding rhythms, poetic lyrics, and fearless storytelling. Whether he's singing about love, unity, or justice, his sound resonates far beyond the studio. We'll explore his creative journey, the stories behind his songs, and what it means to be an artist in a time of change. Barhama, welcome to Coffee Time with Peter Gomez.
Thanks so very much, Uncle Peter. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm really honored to have this special day.
The pleasure is all mine. Let's start with your roots.
Yeah.
How did music first find you?
Yeah, that's the right way to say it, because I used to say I didn't find music find me, because looking at my background and my family setup, we have nothing in related to music, but I believe during my childhood days, one of the most important thing has to do with my mom. I was raised by a woman who was really blessed.
I was also raised by a woman. What a nice coincidence.
Yeah, what I'm saying. So, I was raised by both my mom and dad, but I have a strong connection with my mom, of course, and then my mom has been blessed vocally. So most of the time, I can remember during my childhood days, most of the time whenever we are together, and then he will be saying stories to us, and then most of the stories, have a song around it. So I believe that's one of the first way I get contacted to music, melodies, and the like. But obviously, as I grow up, I was in an environment whereby when we order, you hear music everywhere. So I started developing that passion, not knowing that this is something that is gonna be my career at the end of the day.
And who were your biggest influences, whether locally or internationally?
Internationally, obvious, Bob Marley.
Ah.
Yeah, Bob Marley from the international. But by then, locally, maybe I didn't know much people, especially that we are like locally in the Gambia. But obviously, my mom was my champion on the other way. Yeah, because whenever we have cheat and the like, she will be the one singing. Whenever we are at home, with her friends and the like, she will be one singing. But she's not a griot. Oh. So that's how I started to develop the feeling. And most of the time, when she's also working, doing household chores, she accompanied with that melody.
I think women generally like doing that across the country.
That's it, yeah.
How did your upbringing shape your sound and your message?
It has shaped it has contributed in everything that I do, even the way Barhama is and who Barhama is, because I was raised by these wonderful people. My mom and my dad, they are just so wonderful in every aspect. Because one, I was always given that confidence, no matter whatever, speak out the truth, no matter whatever, be yourself, no matter whatever, try to speak on something that you believe in. And those are the things that I carry in my sound. So there is no changes. The Barhama that can be on the stage, laughing with people, smiling for everyone, is also the same Barhama who was raised by Fatou and Babakar. They trained me to be that smiley guy, you understand? So everything that I do in my sound was from my upbringing, because the inside is what is manifesting itself now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And when did you realize that music was what you wanted to do? Okay, we all, sang when we were young, we hit tin pans,
Actually,
like drummers and but then people grew up and decided to become doctors, others journalists.
Yeah.
When was that moment when Barhama realized, by the way, is Barhama your official name?
But no, my official name is Ibrahima.
Yeah, okay.
But obviously they name me after Banyas,
Okay.
So obviously when I was trying to find a name that represents me, I don't just want to name myself Bad Boy or whatsoever. If I'm a bad boy, I might be a bad man when I grow older. So, and then I want a name that will resonate with me and that will have a meaning that represents something. Okay. So I decided to take Barhama, not knowing that Barhama was.
Can you remember that moment then when Ibrahima Cham realized that this is what he wanted to do for a living, music?
I do. It's a story of its own. But when I was doing all this singing here and there, most of the time when I'm with my colleagues, I will always sing songs of the people that I like, Bob Marley being one of it, Luciano being one of it. Sometimes I would do that of John Seca, especially when it was raining and stuff. And like I would be sitting somewhere around the window and I would be singing, so or I would sing this song. There is some Yai Boy song, I love my mom so much. So those are the songs that I used to sing most of the time. So there was a friend of mine who was really observant. Most of the time when I'm singing, after doing everything that I have to do, he would be like, "Guy, do you know that you have a very beautiful voice? And to tell you the truth, among most of the people that I've been listening to, your voice is greater." But I was like, "No, bro, just stop what you're saying. You are my friend. You want to make me feel good. You understand?" But when I get back home, then I start asking those questions to myself. Then 1 day, 2 days, and then some period of time, I decided to dig deep down because music was already part of me. Then someday I just decided to take the journey. But it was a long story. But anyway, I've created something with the guitar. Later on I'll explain it through music.
Well, no, let's go to our first because usually when artists come here, they give us their recorded songs. But you've come to the studio with your guitar, and that's why even the setup. I'm not sitting in my usual place in the studio. So let's have that song, and then you give us the background to the song.
Okay, this one I call it My Memories, and obviously those memories are they're me. Like it's kind of a biography sort of.
Okay.
But I believe you will vibe with it.
Absolutely, I'll try to vibe with it.
Yeah, you will. Tikolto soko kole sa jarut ko o dide kusuma rak gene aduna anel lose myself for Santiala dimbale ma. Yeah. How was that?
That was great. That was great. That was great. Now, people tell me that many of your songs carry deep messages.
Yeah.
And from that one,
For real.
You've just proved it. So how do you decide what stories to tell?
Yeah, I believe it's not me deciding about what story to tell, because when it has to do with my creative process, it's more of letting it flow, because I don't just want to pick music. Like I'm a pussy, and then one of the things that I've been saying, like for my music is more than just entertainment. It's more than that. So sometimes there are so many stories that you might not even want to talk about. But when it's a calling and a role for you to speak up about it, you have to. But I believe the stories that I find around my environment is one of the stories that are on the top of my list, because obviously those are the ones I get direct connection with. So I have to talk about things that I know of.
And how do you approach songwriting? Is it the lyrics that come first or the melody?
Exactly.
Exactly what? The lyrics first?
I'm a melody guy. I don't struggle with lyrics, but I don't own melodies. Melodies are divine. Sometimes when I think of a song, a content of a song, the first thing is having the content in my head.
Sure.
So subconsciously I know that I have to write about the coffee time. But I just don't want to.
I'm waiting for a coffee time song.
Right, yeah. But I wouldn't just want to approach the coffee time with just taking something that just get anytime. But sometimes I used to let it flow. A melody that suits the coffee time, that is right for the coffee time, will come to me.
I hope it does soon.
Yeah. So that's how it used to happen. That's why if I open my recorder here, you will see more than thousands vocal recording. Sometimes some of them doesn't even make sense to somebody who doesn't understand what it is. But sometimes I might even be sleeping and a melody gets in my head. If I'm lucky enough, I will just wake up and record it. Then I will save it, because some melodies will come. If they go, they will never come again.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
once it's like ideas. Some ideas will come, and once you lose them, that's it.
Exactly. Gone. So that's why we have to be really conscious, writing, recording at the same time. So when I have melodies, it's very easy for me to build something around it. Yeah.
And when you write, do you write with a live audience in mind or personal?
Most of the time, I write personal, because I'm always the character. You understand?
okay.
I take myself as one, but sometimes too I might be speaking to somebody, but most of the time, you know, I some of my songs I do talk with a crowd, but most of the time I just pinpoint. Yeah, that's why when the listener, some of them are listening to it, they can direct it to themselves straight. So it's very easy for me to connect with them on that.
We had your sister before you on the program.
Yeah.
And just like her, your music also touches on social issues. She's an activist. Do you see yourself as an activist?
I am an activist.
Okay.
Because I was the one that brought her into activism. You know, so
She didn't tell me that. She should have told me that.
I was the one that brought her into activism. Because the thing is, Mariama, I started doing music. I'm not from a Gideon family. My parents were like, no, you won't do it. One, education first. And Santayala, I was that guy. I was that smart guy. During my school days, if you ask me what do you want to be, I will tell you I want to be a president. During my primary school,
Nobody teaches one in school how to become a president.
Exactly. But I believe I'm still on the journey. Maybe as a president on another different field. You know what I'm saying? So after all, my parents were like, yo, you have to concentrate on this and this. But I have to convince them to make them understand that I want to do music, but not just for the glitz and glamour. I want to stand for a service of humanity. So those are the choices that I make, because there are two sides. You either be this, the hype, glitz, glamour here and there, or you represent something. You understand? So that you can do something today, but even if you're no more around, your voice will be forever green, and that's what I stand for. You understand? So when I started doing it, Mariamo is seeing me. She's a young girl.
Yes.
So she's seeing me doing it every day. Obviously, this is something that is becoming part of her. So it was very easy for her to say that, I want to sing. I can remember the first time Mariama says that she want to sing. I used to have a friend of mine who would visit me at home frequently with a guitar. Every day when my friend goes back home, she was like, why didn't you call me to sing? Why did you call me to sing? She said it about 4 to 5 times. The other day, my friend was there. So I just wanted to call Maria for her to sing. She can do rubbish, so that the next day she wouldn't disturb me. But to my surprise, when she starts singing, she understands how to be on key. She understands how to be on time. And that was the first time.
Oh, wow.
Then from there, I was like, I think...
What you thought was going to banish her
exactly.
actually attracted her.
Yeah,
you know,
so along the way, when I was given this song by Think Young Woman to do a song about gender-based violence, so I bring in a lot of artists because I was coordinating the project. But I was like, I want a young lady who can sing. I don't know who to bring. Then I was like, Mariama, come. I take her to the studio. I wrote the lyrics for her. She sings it. That was the first time Mariama sang in a song, and that was about activism. That's how our activism journey started. You know, so I've been molding her along the way. But year before last, then I was like, she's now ready.
So you sing about issues such as FGM, youth unemployment, and all of that. Have you faced any pressure to tone down your message or maybe stop singing about these issues?
Not anybody coming to me directly telling me to stop thinking about it, because obviously some of your fans, they will always want to be entertained, you know, jumpy here and there. But you also have a, you know, you also have a mission. You also have something that you have in here. Despite you have to sing about this, but you also have to represent something.
Absolutely.
And representing something that you believe in, it's really powerful. And for me, from day one, these are the things that I've been singing about. I've been singing about gender-based violence. I've been singing about children's rights. I've been singing about, you know, transitional justice. I've been singing about so many things. Climate change and the like, peace and, you know, security. And those are the things that I represent. The entire UN system, all the corporate, how to call this, CSOs know who Barhama is. And now they know Mariama because of Mariama is also Barhama's little sister. So these are the things that I believe in. Even if you tell me not to sing about it, I will sing about it because these are things that I believe in. Though some people might not be okay with me singing it, but you know, you cannot satisfy everybody. Yeah.
si la jàmm si Wave.
yow Ablaye yow lu tax doo dee dégg lu tax mënuloo jël moto nga andil ma xaalis hello xanaa lay waxaat
Bësal mu fine.
What?
Bësal mu fine.
Oh, yes!
Wave acts in Gambia. Deposit and withdraw money, pay bills and buy mobile credit without fees. Transfer money wherever in the country for only 1% fee. At Wave, Bësal mu fine. Wave, your money is yours.
Apart from your sister, you've worked with some incredible artists.
Yeah.
You've sung with ST, I believe.
Yeah, we did something together.
Quite another, a few other Gambians. What makes a great collaboration? Unfortunately, today there's nobody to collaborate with.
Yeah.
Today it's just you and your guitar. But what makes a great collaboration?
Yeah, I think first relationship, because musically, for you to collaborate with an artist, it's just beyond just having a song, instrumental, you go and lay your voice in it. Sometimes I keep saying that the inside is way much important than the outside, There must be that energy between the one that I'm collaborating with. And then obviously I also have to feel the sound. No matter how great the sound is to the other side, it also have to feel the same with me, in order for me to want to jump on it. And I believe with ST, by the time we were doing the song, until now we have a very good relationship, and he's a real brother. And the same thing applies to Bayababu. By the time we were doing Fahas, which becomes, a nationwide hit. You understand? So those are the things that I always consider in every collaboration that I'm going on with people. The energy. I vibe with energy generally. Yeah.
So you named ST, you named Babu.
Yeah.
Is there a dream artist, local or global, you'd love to work with?
Yeah, if I thought it's in the Gambian circle, I would love to work with Sona. You understand?
Sona Jobati?
Yeah, I would love to work with her.
I understand she's around.
Yeah, and then she know about what I do, and then we are planning to see how to be spending much time together to reach in, because I believe she's somebody that we also have to get closer to. In a sense, she's a sister that is representing the Gambia out there, and then we need people like that. Trust me, Sona has taken the Gambia somewhere.
Of course.
That sport didn't went to, that government ambassadors didn't get to. But in every concert that Sona is performing for thousands, trust me, one of the biggest songs is Gambia Lema. That's how an ambassador is. So whenever I see that, I'm like really proud of this sister. And she could have been doing it without even, but I don't think even Gambia, we have celebrated her enough. You understand? So these are very important things, you know what I'm saying? So I believe with Sona, it's not just about me having a song with her, but having a song with her and also having the opportunity for her to link us up in platforms that she also get to. Because my dream is not just this talent that I have is not just around the circle of the country.
It's not just for Gambia.
Yeah, no. It's not just for Gambia, because along the way, that's how I've been preparing myself, and then the people around me too. That's how they've prepared me to be like somebody that can be in any stage, and at the end of the day, they will be like, where is the Gambia at? And I've managed to do that in all the platforms that I have performed outside the country. So Sona would be a dream
Fantastic.
Collaboration.
And when you perform outside the country, who is in your audience? Is it only Gambians or, people of Gambian descent? Or is it internationally? Like when you play in Sweden, do you, sense that you have more Swedes in the crowd than Gambians and people of Gambian descent?
In all the stages that I perform outside the country, I have even more white people than even blacks.
Oh, that's good.
When I was performing in Sweden, the Selam Festival, it was obviously you have Gambians because there are so many Gambians that live in Sweden, but 3/4 of them, they were white people. I can say 95% or 93%. You understand? And before the end of the show, I make everybody to sing along to my songs, and they will dance. I know that they will vibe because when it's right, it will hit the right people, and everybody will jump to it. And this time too, when I was in Russia, when I get there, I was the only, black guy in the room. You understand? when I entered, it was together with some other 30 musicians around the world. You understand?
And they were all white in color?
Yeah, they were all white in color.
Wow.
They were all white in color. So when I get in, nobody knew where Gambia was. When talking about Gambia, I have to say, you know Sadio Mane, you know Yusundur. They would be like, yeah, you know Yusundur. You know, then I would show them the map and then point out Gambia. You understand?
You had to use Senegalese to point
out Gambia
to
because
Gambia.
they exactly because they are neighboring people.
Yet here we are feeling that everybody knows about the Gambia.
No, we didn't. You know, guy you know could take you do ham for the you know. You understand? But before the end of the program, before everything, I was the most famous guy everywhere.
Oh, wow.
Everybody wanna be a friend. Everybody wanna be a friend. They were amazed with the voice, with my fashion taste, with my communication skills.
We'll come to your fashion taste.
With the confidence and all those. I keep telling them, yo, you have never been in the Gambia, but this is the best place in Africa. You have to come here. Some of them were like, how do you manage to have all this and still now you are level-headed? Because in here, we are really depressed here and there, here and there. I told them, free up your mind and be ready to enjoy. Despite the stressful of life, sometimes you have to close that door and just live life the way it is. No pressure, you know. So it was a beautiful moment, and then I've managed to live that moment with people.
What's your take on the current music industry in the Gambia? Do you feel that artists are getting the support they need?
Yeah, obviously the support isn't coming, but if I'm to talk about it, it's gonna be from both ends, you know. Because to tell you the truth, most of us are not really working, you know. We are just working for Gambian standard. But we are not working to like get it out there. And I keep saying, sometimes you don't even have to be sitting here complaining about support. Let's do what's necessary, and trust me, along the way support will come. But support is really important. It's really needed, because no man can tahold alone. No man stand alone. Even governments.
No man is an island.
Yeah, even governments are supported by some other people. You understand? So as an institution, we also should be supported. But I realize, you know, the support isn't coming the way it should be. And we're looking at the last time I was having a conversation with somebody, I told them that now we are trying to fight illegal migration. So many young people are going to the back way. To tell you the truth, if 50 young people want to do football, 100 young people want to do music. If I tell you how many young people are interested in this industry, it's big, and this industry can accommodate a lot of people. And when young people have little change and also have somewhere to enjoy themselves.
Little change is little money.
Yeah, little money. You understand? And have somewhere to enjoy themselves musically. They don't even think of the other way around, because they know that they will get it on the other side. So I believe the industry needs financial support, of course, but we also need, you know, support in terms of building it, you know, music institutions, you know, for younger artists to also develop themselves, because there is no grassroots, you know.
And these younger ones that are coming, I mean, how do you support them personally?
For me, my doors have always been open, yeah, and then I can name couple of groups that have made it like out there. I believe from day one, they were lucky to pass through me, because I'm a very good motivator, you know. When you come through me, I will show you the possibility of, you know, making it happen. Because sometimes one of the things that they plant in their head is, you will get to somebody, the first thing that he will tell you is like, yo, this is really difficult. This is really complicated. So you have already planted that. And if you see it that way, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be complicated to you, because that's what they have planted in your head. But I would tell you, yo, trust me, it's really possible. And with you, with the drive that you have, the passion, you can make it happen. But you have to put this amount of dedication to make it happen. So through that, I tend to motivate them, and then some of them are really big names out there, including my sister, you know. Okay. So I've really been supporting, but it's not a one-man thing. It's not a one-man thing. It's not about Barhama supporting or whatsoever. We should have something structured for everybody. That's, you know, whereby every young artist who want to do it will understand that, okay, I will find a way to get into here so that I can be groomed, so that I can be built, I can be mentored to be what I want to be in the next 10 years. You understand? Because, you know, for few of us, we are lucky to have few mentors here and there, but we didn't even wait for those mentors to come to our house. I've been knocking doors, visiting them frequently. That's why every maestro in here, in the country, if you talk to him, they were like, yo, I know but how he used to come here. You understand? So, and I think most of the younger generation too, they didn't have that drive. I believe they have to wake it up, you know. Obviously not.
Jar Oil. The company have filling stations across the country, and our rates are relatively cheaper than anyone else across the country. Jar Oil is the biggest producer and distributor of cement in the country with the most competitive prices in the market.
Now, before you, all the artists who were invited to the program, one thing I always asked of them is that they provide 3 to 4 songs that we would feature during the program. You're the only one that said, well, you provided the songs, but you were the only one also that said to me, Uncle Peter, can I come with my guitar? Yeah. So the first, artist to come to the studio, with an instrument. Yeah. And that's why we're not going to play any of the songs you gave us. All the music is going to be provided live by you. Why the guitar? Why not the piano? Why not drums? Why not the flute? Yeah,
for real. At the initial point, you did ask me if I have anybody that I used to look up to. I told you Bob Marley.
Yes.
Yeah, obviously Bob Marley used to play the guitar.
Sure.
That's one part of it. So the guitar has been something that I love from a distance. Even if you pass by, I see you holding the guitar, just to touch it used to make me feel some type of way. Yeah, when I was in playing guitar. So when I started to do music, at a point it was just Barhama. You do me voice for me for nice day. Do me voice for me for nice day. I keep saying, okay. I went to a lot of shows. My instrumentals doesn't work. Then I cannot show my talent. You understand? So I was like having this one-on-one accent corrections to myself, because it's really important sometimes to have this lone moment and then start asking question to yourself. How about this? How about this? I was like, now, how about if I went to a place whereby there is no instrumental, there is no sound, and they ask me to express yourself, and I would love to express myself with something. You understand? So, what should it be just the voice, or the voice accompanied with something? Then I was like, the guitar is the right thing. When I choose the guitar, I go all out. Every day I was with the guitar. Sometimes my boy, they were like, everywhere he's with his guitar. But before they know, every day I'll close myself in my house for 2 to 3 hours. Doing my
all
thing.
Right.
And
let's have another performance, with your guitar. How do you stay inspired and grounded as your music grows, as your career grows?
Yeah, I think, I'm always this kind of guy. I believe one of the things that keep me grounded has to do with where I am from, because I keep saying that, if you are humble, if you are living,
which you are, you're very humble.
I don't know if I am, but I'm trying to be, and if you are really humble and then live with people that will always show you how thing is, then they will, who always remind you about what life really means beyond the fame and so forth, then ego is not gonna be part of you. Because I keep saying ego is like that balloon that is just up there. If you live in with that ego, once it's up there, you have no control over it. Before you realize something
pierces it,
boom, So I believe, I'm this kind of a guy who sees life beyond just the fame and whatsoever. So I don't even see myself as somebody famous or whatsoever. No, that's why I can control the fame, because I see myself as the regular Barhama.
So you're not into music for fame?
Not really, because I can, God has blessed me with something. Since my childhood time, I have always been that young boy that everybody likes. You understand? So I grew up like that. So when I started to do music with all the fame, all the affection, it's something that I appreciate. It feels great. So I appreciate that, but it doesn't climb up my head thinking that I am the one. I come here, somebody didn't greet me. I was like, Hanaki Hamud ne Barhama. No, what? I don't give. Those are things that I don't really care about.
So, what do you want your legacy to be in Gambian music?
Somebody who has contributed a lot in changing the minds of the people on a positive side. Somebody who reminds people how it is to be a human being. You understand? Somebody that believes in something and represents something that has to do with positivity. Beyond all the fame and all these things, they will one day fade away. So after all the fame, what do I want to represent? I don't just want to see myself as the guy that played the guitar. It's more than that. That's why through the messages that I do, through my appearance, through my relationship with the people, that's a package of who Barhama is. You cannot just judge Barhama from the songs. You have to live with me at a point. Then I will inspire you to another level. If we have conversation, I will inspire you to another level. That's why along the way I've always been developing myself in all those, because I don't just want to sing on stage, you like me, and I talk to you, hate me, because how I approach, how it's been done. So, that's it.
Music is definitely part of Barhama. I mean, you don't talk about Barhama without music.
Yeah, for real.
But there's another thing about Barhama. When we posted the flyer, the picture that we featured, somebody said to me, Bulwata na Barhama be jehal ti waxolen mbiri fashion.
Yeah.
Said to me, Borom Bahana.
Yeah, actually.
So what's your fashion style, and how did you get into fashion? Everybody who knows you and knows your music associates you with fashion.
Yeah, I love to look good. I love to look
I love
good.
To look good too.
Yeah, actually,
We all do.
Because I believe, no matter, I don't want to look like my problems. Appearance wise.
That's a good one. You don't want to look like your problems.
No, appearance wise, no matter how much is in here, it's not gonna reflect what I wear or how that's it. Those are the things that I believe in. But I believe my fashion taste and my love for fashion goes back to my parents again, because I keep saying my dad was a tailor. You understand?
Okay.
And then I was the first son. I'm not the elder child.
Yes.
But I was the first son. When you have the first son, it's always a special one. And my mom kept reminding me, when I was young, my dad will make Nyeti Abdu and so many beautiful outfits. So along the way, there is something that I understand about life. The first 7 years of someone's life, there are memories that you get. And along the way, those memories are gonna come back to you. You won't even remember those things, but they will just come back to you without, because they are part of you. Those are the real first 7 years of life. So I realized when I grew up, it seems like what I was used to from a childhood level, those are the things that come back to me. I love to look good. My mom will always say that. Millionaire. That's how it is. So those are the things that I developed along the way. Then when I get into music, it was more of, three things that one of my mentors taught me. He was like, know that you are singing for somebody who's visually impaired. You understand? If you have to impress that one, it's not about how you look. It's about how good the voice is, how good your communication skill is, because they see by feeling. You understand? So they can hear, but they cannot see. So you have to develop the voice up to that level. The second thing is, you have to look good in a sense, because you also singing for somebody who can see but he cannot hear. So through your gesture, your movement, what you wear, those are the things that can connect him to have a little bit of feeling of what you're doing. So I have to look good. I have to look artistic to represent what I'm doing. So the third thing is somebody who have all those qualities together. So you have to be a good singer. You have to be a good, communicator. You also have to be a good, not necessarily look good, but look artistic to represent what you do. So I cannot be singing this and then wearing something that is quite the opposite. And then having a signature too means a lot. Having a signature means a lot. So that's why along the way I've tried to build all those things just to make sure this is who Barhama is. That's why if you see Barhama looking good, it's not a big deal, because you are used to that. You understand?
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
And especially they say to me, oh no, he's got a whole collection of hats.
Yeah, I do. I do.
Borom bahana yi.
I do.
Borom bahana bi.
Well, yi.
Borom bahana yi.
Yeah, and then the hat, how it comes to, it's another story. You know,
How I was going to ask
Yeah.
how your love for hats, came about.
Yeah, I have tried so many hats before. You know, this hat is one of the collections. When I'm going, sometimes I don't wear this when I'm going for performance.
Yeah.
When I'm going for performance, it's always the round one.
Exactly.
Yeah, the round one. Before I get to the round one, someone once told me, he was like, if I put a silhouette picture of this artist, who will you recognize from a distance? Just their silhouettes.
Just from their silhouettes. Yes.
You understand? So I was like, I don't recognize all of them, but I get to somebody, I recognize, oh, this one is Bob Marley. He was like, why? The hairstyle. From a distance, you can recognize a silhouette of this guy. You understand? So he was like, put yourself in the middle of all Gambian artists. You won't recognize any one of them. Because not what they wear, but looks or hair thing. There's nothing that,
There's no difference.
So what are you going to do? I was like, let me try to do something. So I was trying so many hats, but when I get to the round hat, it represents something to me, because looking at my music, how it's fused together, is the past, the present, that will give you a taste of the future. And that hat has been here for ages, generations.
Yes.
And it's always gonna be that hat. Generation will come and leave, but the hat always remains. So that the hat also represents what I represent. So it's more of, youth fashion, but old, and at the same time, that's how the hat comes to be. So many people are wearing it because of I do wear it now.
And if you could speak directly to young artists listening today, what would you say to them?
Yeah, what do I say? The first thing that I would say is, let them believe in them. If you have the passion for it, don't listen to anybody that is saying you cannot do it. Believe in yourself, go for it, but always consider that it takes hard work, it takes dedication, it takes sacrifice to make it up there. Don't be in a haste to start today because you want to please the people around your neighborhood alone. It starts from the neighborhood, but it have to be beyond that. Put in the work, be humble, get to people, ask questions, don't listen to what they're saying that you are curious or whatsoever. Curiosity will get you there. But I believe, if you put in the work and ready to learn with humility, everything is possible. Everything is possible. With all the circle that I have, with all the people that I know, I didn't force it, but it's through the humility, through respect, through, everything, and thanks to God, Yeah, that's why I know Uncle Peter today.
Fantastic.
And having faced this thing means a lot,
And we cannot end this conversation without talking about your relationship with GRA.
Obviously.
Obviously. Whatever GRA, major function I've been to, I've always seen Barhama on stage.
For real,
to the point where I thought, do GRA only know one group, Barhama and his band? Yeah. But it's good to see you actually with a live band, an actual band on stage. Because they tell me that is very difficult
it is.
To find now.
It is.
How do you sustain this band?
Yeah.
Before you go on to talk about the relationship with GRA.
Sustaining it is really, really difficult, because looking at, young people that are doing something to earn a living, if you have to put them together to make sure that you guys are working on a regular basis, even if you don't have a show, and also going together, money is involved here and there. It's really difficult. But with me, when you call all Gambian musicians, instrument players, tell them that Barhama is having an event, they run, because I see them way important than I am. No matter how good my voice is, without them, we will have that outcome, So it's more about them than me. That's how I see them. So it's been really difficult, but Santo Yala, I've tried to manage with it. Now I also have an acoustic band apart from the big one, because how I used to have my things. But I also have the big one when it has to do with things like the GRAs.
Yes.
You know.
Yes, tell us about this relationship with GRA.
Yeah,
you even composed their, their theme music that they open their programs and close with.
Actually, my relationship with GRA started from way back when I was having something to do with Mohammed Jah and the family. I was performing for them because I used to perform for them frequently. He is also a very, very good uncle of mine who has been supporting a lot together with Uncle Isu, Idimas Job. So I was performing there. Uncle Yankuba Dawa was there. You understand? So my performance
Yankuba Dawa, the
GRA,
Commissioner
General. So my performance was up there. So after my performance, most of the time we will be the one to get to them. But out of his humility, you know how humble he is, he came to me. He was like, that was a great one. This and this and this. So we share contact together with another uncle of mine. He was like, I would love you to come to GRA. By then, I didn't even know that he was the Commissioner General.
You didn't?
Yeah, I don't, But I visited him. When I visited him, he didn't just welcome me, he welcomed me proper. I get there, he gave me drink here and there, sit. Then we sit together. He gave me advice. Your music is decent. I want you to do this. Put a lot of work, concentrate. Don't get yourself into smoking. Don't get yourself into drinking. Brand yourself proper. Those were the words.
Do you smoke?
No, I don't.
Do you drink?
I don't.
Okay, apart from water.
Yeah, apart from and coffee. You understand? So those are the advices that he would always give me. Then later on, later on, when they were having an event, they invited me. When I get there, the event was my thing. So that was the first time I get there. It was the staff association award night. It was electric. So they keep inviting me, but in every invitation, professionalism is there because I will come on time. I will do the sound check. I will dress good. I will dress my band very well. Even sometimes if I have to pull something from my pocket. But at the end of the day, he's the one that will do all those things just to make sure that I deliver right. Then later on, he was like, I believe we have a jingle, but it's a long try and do something. When he told me that it was the green light, I went home. It was the green light. I went home, do my researches. Then went to the studio. I created the beat. I created the song. I know that this song, I don't want to do it all right. I can change here and there, but let me go and play it to them. I went there and played to the general management. They were like so crazy about it.
GRA.
Yeah, exactly. And
we play it here every Monday.
And I'm even planning to record the volume 2. But this one is gonna be, I will feature Mariama in it so that it can be way bigger because obviously they also have new things that they are. Yeah. So I have to adjust it. So, but Uncle Yankuba, he's such a great guy to me, and not just to me, to everybody. He's an amazing person. I'm so grateful to know him. He supports everything that I do. I don't have support from so many people, but he is always one person that I can count on in everything that I'm doing, And he will call me, he will advise me, he will monitor the things that I do, and then that's what we need as young people.
He's probably monitoring you right now.
Yeah, he is. Trust me. Trust me. The last time I went to his studio, after you interviewed Mariam, I guess. The last time you called me, I was listening to Mariam at coffee time.
He listens to every program.
So I'm super grateful to him. I'm super grateful to him. He means a lot to me. I see him as a father figure. He has done everything for me, to be honest.
Fantastic.
Everything.
We are equally very super grateful to you for honoring our invitation this morning, Barhama.
Thanks so much.
And we wish you well in your career. Again, we're going to play out with a tune, a song of your choice. This is where we have to end the conversation. Thank you very much for watching today's week-ending edition of Coffee Time with Peter Gomez.
I was on Coffee Time together with Uncle Peter.